Good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Make sure you get over to jerichogreen.net. Now, I want to talk about the Atlanta Democrat who switched teams, jumped ship, got off the bandwagon, whatever you want to call it. She was a Democrat, and now she is seeing the light. Remember in Blues Brothers with James Brown asked him, "Do you see the light?" And he said, "Yes." And God bless the United States of America. What a funny ass movie. One of my favorites. But before I get into that topic, I want to talk about something else. I want to get real with you for a second. And, I did a lot of back and forth, and I talked to my brother today, and he helped me put a lot of things into perspective. So shout out to my brother. But, all right. So you guys know that over a year ago, I think it was February of 2021. Yes. February of 2021, I took the leap and I quit my job, my 9-to-5, working at Trader Joe's. I've been there for 13 years. And all the security that comes with working for a company. You know what time to show up, you know what time to leave, you're going to have benefits. You can guesstimate, depending on how many hours you worked, what your check's going to be. So there's a lot of security there. There's a lot of certainty there. But when you go out on your own, there's a lot of uncertainty and not a lot of security. So I made the leap. I've been doing it for about almost a year and a half now. And as you know, I did live streams like 6 days a week, and then I backed off of those because it wasn't generating the revenue that I needed. This is my job. Some of you might have a 9-to-5 or whatever you do, and that's your job, but this is mine. So I think it was Evidence. He's 1/3 of Dilated Peoples. It's a famous rap group. Some would say, I guess, underground, but they've been around for days, and you probably have heard some of their songs if you're a rap fan. But he said in one of his songs, "I don't have a plan B. My A wins." So there's no plan B for this. I'm not going backwards. I don't want to get a 9-to-5 again because this isn't working out. I want to stick with this. We all have our gifts, we all have our skills, and this is mine. I have my mouth, my brain, and my wit. Don't be perverts. That's not what I mean when I said I have my mouth. I know where you're going. But this is what I have. The things that I used to get in trouble for in school, I used to get detentions for in Saturday schools and get on punishment at home and get my ass whooped for. This is what I do now for a living. And I want to continue to do it for a living. I enjoy this. When I went to school, junior high, high school, and all that shit, I didn't want to go to school because I enjoyed education. I was at school because that was a social event. I could be with people, I could talk, I could converse and bounce around, talk to different people. This is what I do. This is who I am. And I want to continue doing it, but as hard as this is for me to even say, I've been going back and forth about this for months, but it's time. And again, talking to my brother, he helped me see that I need help. That was very hard to say. And I know people think, well, Jericho, you do videos and you have 300-some thousand subscribers, and I'm thankful for every single one of you. We see you doing ads sometimes and stuff, so it must be great. You must just have a printing press in your living room just printing out cash. That's not the case. Part of it is Sloppy Joe and his fucked up economy he's given us and inflation and things of that nature. But part of it is just when you're in the content creation business, it changes. The algorithms change and people's tastes change, and you have to constantly take the temperature of what's going on and try to keep up with it. And I've done such. As you can see, I don't do my live streams 6 days a week anymore. I do it Monday on Locals, Tuesday on Rumble, Friday on YouTube, and then what's the word I'm looking for? I subsidize the rest of the week with videos, and I do reels on Instagram, I do shorts on YouTube, So that's my schedule now. But this is my job. This is where I get my money. That's why if I remember I posted something or commented on something and someone writes back, bruh, get a job. This is my job, you fucking idiot, if you're watching. And I have membership available on YouTube. It's $5.99 a month. I have 357,000 subscribers now. And if 1% were to become a member, all my problems would cease to exist. And if you guys want to keep getting my content with the regularity that you get it, and even more so, I'll even step up my content schedule. But this has to work, and I need your help to do it. And and myself included, and that's kind of what got me into this in the first place, is we're not getting it from the mainstream mediocres anymore. We're getting their opinions. They're getting the news and digesting it and then regurgitating it, baby birding it, if you will, into our brains, not giving us the raw and allowing us to disseminate what we want from it and digest it how we want. So if you're saying to yourself, man, I wish somebody was out there to give it to me straight and let me know what's really going on, I'm right here, and I like to stay right here. And I don't want people to think because I have so many subscribers, oh, some other motherfucker will do it. Some other motherfucker will help him out. No, you got to be the motherfucker. All right. I have Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, whatever. But it's time to pass the collection plate around. And I wish I could convey to you how hard it was to tuck my pride, to tell my pride, hey, shut the fuck up. I need to talk to my viewers. I don't like the word fan or follower. That's weird. But my viewers. I want to talk to you guys. And that's one of the things my brother told me. He said, you're going to have to talk to your viewers, man. He's like, they're more understanding and generous than you might think. So, my brother hasn't steered me wrong yet. So I'm taking his advice today. But that's what it is. That's where I'm at. That's what I'm dealing with. That's what I'm feeling. And that's what I need from you. So thank you for your time. Now, this Atlanta Democrat Representative Misha Maynor. Now, before today, you would call her Democrat Representative Misha Maynor, but she ain't having it no more. And I'll put a link in the description box to her video that she put out. And then she also sent out a tweet. And what she said in the tweet was powerful. She said, I have nothing to apologize for. She said, I didn't leave the Democrat Party. The Democrat Party left me. Sounds like, what's her name? Tulsi Gabbard. She left as well, and I think some others. But she said they left me when they started putting the needs and wants of illegal immigrants ahead of Americans, when they started supporting Ukraine and all these different things, all these un-American things. She said that was it. They did me dirty. They made me leave. So she didn't leave them, they left her. And that's completely understandable because I've said it before, these are unprecedented times, but they're unprecedented in a lot of different ways. And and of course, there's crooked, empty suit pieces of shit in the Republican Party as well. Lindsey Graham. What's the other name? Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell. Well, actually, it's two people. It's me, Mitch McConnell, and then it's my Joe. They're a total separate entity. So, there's shitty Republicans too. And I would say they're even worse than the Democrats because you're supposed to be on our side, you son of a bitch. But there's shitty ones on both sides. But never have we seen one side push such vile, disgusting, backward shit that we know is wrong. The Democrats are fucking terrible, and these politicians who are pushing all of this alphabet soup group, Ku Klux Trans, gender affirming care, and all these abortion is health care, all that weird, wacky shit is coming from the Democrats. It's coming from the left. Now, I'm sure there's some Republicans out there speaking that bullshit, but they're very few and far between. It's mostly a Democrat thing. As you can see, as evidenced by the head of the Democrat Party, Sloppy Joe, and the things that he says and the things that he supports. trans people, we have your back. You're seen. You're loved, and all this other wild shit. Today, at the summit that he's at over in, I think he's in Ukraine right now. He ain't here. Let's just concentrate on the good part. He ain't here. He's out of the states right now. Great. But even the shit he's talking today, how, you know, I've reaffirmed my promise to Ukraine to stay with them as long as it takes, and all this crazy shit. And it's going to turn into what it turned into in Iraq and Afghanistan. It's going to turn into somewhere where we're involved for decades at a time. And then this is the real money grab. Sending money to Ukraine is a money grab, and some might say it's a way to take dirty money and make it clean. But the real money grab is going to come when? In the rebuild. I read something the other day where, was it BlackRock has already made arrangements for the $500 billion rebuild of Ukraine. And BlackRock and Vanguard have their hands so far up our federal government's ass, they can probably, if they open their mouth, you'll see BlackRock in the back of their throat throwing up a peace sign. That's how far their hand is up their ass. So that's where the real money grab is going to be. That's where they're going to really be able to sink their teeth into the American taxpayers' ass cheeks. And she walked away from all that. And of course, what's she going to get? She's a person of color, so what are they going to call her? You know, all the stupid, weak, overused, fucking small handful of insults they got. They're going to hurl them at this lady for going over to the Republican Party. And anybody who sees the Republican Party as a bunch of, you know, older white men in three-piece suits smoking on cigars and laughing as they shut down a children's hospital, that's fucking stupid. It is clear as day that all the terrible, demonic, evil bullshit is coming from the Democrats. I just read an article today about California blocking a bill that would put child traffickers in prison for life. I'm looking around, who the fuck would have a problem with that? Who would have a problem with a child trafficker going to prison for the rest of their life to have their stinker stretched out by someone named Bubba who has a firm grip and a large penis? Of course, that's what we wish would happen to them every single day for the rest of their life. So why would you take that option off the table? There's only one type of person who would be against child traffickers being sent to prison for life for child trafficking. Only one kind of person. Starts with a P and ends with a T. I'll give you a second. That's correct. A pervert. Only a pervert would have a problem with putting perverts away for the rest of their natural life. Or if you're Arnold Schwarzenegger, it would be pervert. I'm not a pervert. What's that? Jingle all the way. Jamie. When he was chasing that little girl because she had the yellow ball that he needed. If they picked your color ball, you would get a Turbo Man. A Turbo Man doll. And so he was chasing a little girl, and they ended up in like this play area in the mall. And all the moms were like, hey, you pervert. And they start hitting him with their purses. Get out of here. Get out of here. And he gets out there and he's crawling out and he stands up. I'm not a pervert. I'm not a pervert. Well, if you're against a bill that would put perverts away for life, yes, you are. So that's what she's walking away from. And I don't blame her. Misha Maynor, good for you. I hope many others follow your lead. I want to see many other Democrats defect from the Democrat Party and come over to the Republicans or the independents or whatever. Just remove yourself from that shitty group of people. And remember, all of the things that the left cries about, slavery, segregation, all that shit came from the Democrats. Don't believe me? Do some homework. But I thank you guys for listening. Please give some serious thought to what I talked about in the beginning. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.